Before we get started, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you share this with somebody who you want to make their heart smile and they can relate to what we are about to talk about. We are talking about how did motherhood affect your mental health?
Ooh, Lord have mercy. How did it affect my mental health?
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I was one of the children that didn't want to have kids, number one. But going through I had endometriosis and going on so many different birth controls and all this other stuff that the doctors had me going through in order to help the endometriosis at the time. I'm talking about over 40 years ago with this. And I got caught up and I got pregnant. What
Not
Tasha?
caught up. Come on, caught up.
It's-
Not caught up.
what you call it?
You was well, why you get caught
No,
up?
I shouldn't have said caught up. What you call it? Back in the day, well, I became pregnant with the child.
You got knocked up?
That's it. I got knocked
Why would
up.
you say knocked up is
I
the
couldn't think of the word at the time.
why you feel like you was knocked
Because
up?
I didn't want to have.
Oh, because you didn't want to be pregnant.
Keep
Oh, so
that in
you,
mind. I
you
didn't.
was
I
being
was.
grown, Dad.
Yeah,
You
she
was being
was.
grown.
It happens, but I didn't want to. I'll be. Everybody, look. I did not want to have any kids. I wanted to work, have my condo in New York City,
Oh,
and just be
Oh, you
out
wanna
there.
come to New York
What you
she
say?
wanted to have a
I
condo.
wanted to have one
She
in New
didn't
York
get that far
City.
because she got
I
knocked
got
up.
knocked up.
She got knocked up with me. No, yeah, with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So that changed really fast. So once I found out I was pregnant, it was like, oh well, I guess I'll have the baby. Lo and behold, here she comes.
Hey.
July, look, January
Bye-bye.
28th,
Hey.
1985.
Okay.
World changed. Snowy day. But that's what happened. So as she got older, the protective mode got in, and it wasn't about me anymore, as far as I'm concerned. My mental health was based on making sure my baby was okay. Even though her father was in our lives at the time, because we were together for 10 years before we divorced. And he was a good father. He was a good person. He just had problems. And we went through so many different rehabs. And that was another mental health thing, too, that my family didn't know for a long time what I was going through, because that's probably another segment with pushing stuff under the rug, because I was the strong Black woman that didn't let anybody know what I was going through. Like I said, when I locked that door, I told God I'm leaving it here, and I went out in the streets, go to work, smile, everything. Deborah's so happy and everything, not knowing what you're mentally going through. So that's how it started. Yeah, that's how it started.
So when you say your mental health, like you feel like it's like sound like a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So you had good days, you had bad days, because you didn't want. So I don't know how to ask the question. Well, I feel like you didn't want kids,
No, I didn't.
so you're pregnant now,
Yeah.
and you chose to be like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this baby.
Oh, yeah.
So you decide to keep the baby, and then how do you choose to? Then you go into protective mode, and then just keep living life. How do you just manage? You just
You do. I was taught by my sisters and my mom
to just do.
to just do. Yeah. You're gonna make a way.
But how did you feel about that?
At the time, I didn't feel no other way. That's what I was taught to do.
Hmm.
In a way, you don't think about yourself. You think about your child. When you're raising a child, you don't think about yourself, which nowadays is wrong. You got to think about yourself in order to take care of your child the proper way.
Mm.
But now, I mean, going back then, my concern was only you, making sure you were taken care of. You were happy.
So
You didn't see my pain growing up,
never.
right? You didn't.
No, I learned that growing up as I got older. I learned stuff you went through. So looking back on that now, what would you change with your mental health? What would you have done different?
I would have spoke up. I would have asked for help. Yeah, I would have asked for help.
In what ways, though?
Well, as far as my mental health, I would have asked. I would have told my parents what was going on in my life, because I didn't tell them till later on, till I had to tell them.
That's funny, because when that happened to me, you be fussing me out, but you was so why I get in trouble?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's so funny,
I
because
know.
I stay getting in trouble all the time when I do stuff like that. But you used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, I'm the parent.
Since you know the damage it caused. But how fair is that, though?
It's not. And then you don't want your child to hurt.
Understandable. I get it. I get it.
Us parents go through us mothers, we go through some stuff.
And we don't mean like, how did that affect your mental health, like always in a bad way. It's like, I don't think people understand, because I don't have kids, however, but I do know women go through, you had a whole baby.
Yeah.
You know, your body had a whole baby. You know? So you gonna go through some changes, and mentally, like, prior, after, forever. Like, so mentally you're going through stuff. And then on top of that, life is still gonna life, and you still got stuff happening, things happening, and then with or without, support, all of that. So it's like, how did that affect you? So knowing that, it's like, oh wow. Like, and then on top of that, you originally didn't plan for this, So it's
it
like,
wasn't planned.
Right.
So planned not to.
But then it's like, I kind of appreciate how you tell me that, and I don't feel no way about it, because like, I want kids. So
right. Yeah. That's it's funny how that happened.
So it's like, I don't feel no way about it, but it's like, but you still kept me, and you still treat me no different, because you could be resentful to me.
But that was my choice to keep you.
Right. But you kept me, but you still don't treat me no different.
No.
Some people you hear stories where the woman is resentful to the child.
Yeah.
But that's not the child's fault.
No.
Because the child ain't asked to be here.
That's right.
So I do appreciate that, because it's like, yeah, you still
you better, girl.
Yeah. Hey girl. But yeah, so yeah, hearing that's interesting.
Yeah.
That you just kept,
because I could have took it another way. You could have stopped my career.
Yeah.
All of that. And I think that's where some women don't like their child because of that. That hindered
it's resentment.
What they wanted to do. Yeah. That's something, huh?
Yeah, I ain't no therapist, but I just be wondering, like, I get you are resentful, however, you made a choice, because we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You made a choice. This is what happened. You have to deal with it, but it's not the child's fault.
No. Child had nothing to do with it.
So what do we do to fix this? How do you fix this? Like, that's why we talk about therapy and all that type of stuff, to help you with that, because that's not fair. Because what if now the child has to live with that? How does a child grow up and then have to live with knowing they parent don't want them? Like,
I can't imagine.
I mean, I feel like that on the father's end of it.
Yeah.
When it comes to my father.
Right.
To a certain extent, because I've learned to forgive, because I feel like now that I'm older, I learned that he was fighting his own
demons.
Yeah, I mean, addictions.
Yes.
That's what it was addictions. So he was fighting that. Prior to that, he seemed like, from what I remember when I was younger, he was a good guy.
That was the only thing wrong with him.
He had addictions, and that's what took over. So if that wasn't in the way of things, I think the relationship may have probably been okay.
It would have been.
But I have daddy-daughter issues because of that.
Yep.
I have abandonment issues. Because it's like, you chose the addiction over me. So, like, I'm not worth,
your addiction.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. But
and that's where my mental health went into another.
See, so that's
direction. Because that's when I became the father figure, somewhat.
Yeah.
I had to do the things that a father would do for you.
Well, how would you know how to be the father and the mother, and you a woman?
Yeah, well, I knew from my dad. Remember I had mommy and daddy.
Yeah,
so I knew what daddy did with me.
Okay.
So I tried to do the same thing with you, like riding a bike.
I don't know how to ride no bike.
I know, but I'm just saying, as far as was riding a bike,
I still don't know how to ride no bike because that man left when I was learning how to ride a bike.
You know, it's true. Okay. Yeah, and I fell off my bike, so I ain't ride.
I still 40 years old. I don't know how to ride a bike because
teach you how to ride.
Yeah, I don't know now because I'm in that age where you can't be falling and breaking stuff because it's rough out here. Listen, no, my husband got me some skates and I fell downstairs and I was like, wait a minute. So I don't know. So, but yeah, so I feel like So how did you play both roles? And were you supposed to play both roles?
At the time, I thought I was supposed to.
I don't know if you were supposed to,
but I don't think I was supposed to.
But you chose to do that because you felt like you had to fill a void.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's what I feel like it was. But I don't know if that was, I don't know.
I don't think that was right. I don't think that was fair. It wasn't fair to me.
I don't think it was fair to both of us.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but I don't think it was fair to me that I had to feel that I had to jump into that role.
Right, because it was both of you guys who created me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that took a toll. So if you didn't talk to nobody, what did you do with yourself in your mind when you were by yourself?
I didn't have I worked so much. You gotta remember I worked a lot.
I don't mean that. Well, I get what you're saying.
For me, work was my therapy.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
And look at your child.
Yeah.
I work through motion. I don't sit down.
Yeah, work was my therapy. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Because I knew you were being taken care of with Mommy and Sheila, my sisters and everybody. So I knew she's gonna be fed. I didn't have to eat.
I know, I heard.
As long as you were being taken care of, I would just work. I was working. They call me workaholic.
But I'm asking, what were you thinking? I know you was working and moving. You were a functioning, what do they say? Like nowadays they have names for things. So it's like nowadays they probably will call you, you'll be functioning depressed or something like that or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You will function. Some people may be like more so like sitting in bed, sleep all day, can't move, can't functioning, high functioning. Because you got a smile on your face, you look good, you dress, you still outside doing all the things, but you function high functioning. Mm-hmm. And I do the same thing. Yep. You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell my pain when you looked at my face. You didn't know. Because I locked that door.
What were you thinking is what I'm trying to go. Like, what are you thinking during those times once you locked the door?
That I had to make this money.
That's it.
That's it.
So you ain't thinking, like, how are you feeling? Like,
no, my feelings didn't matter. My mental health did not matter. My only thing I was concerned about was you. That's it. I put myself last. Yeah, it's true. Don't start these eyelash things now. Don't start.
I don't like that.
I know, but that's how it was. I always put you first. Damn it. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Like, to that
it wasn't for you to know.
To that extent. Like,
yeah.
I heard the stories growing up, like when we all be together, like as you get older, you get invited to the adult table because you get older. We get invited to the adult table as we get older, but we hear the stories like with our moms, like our family, because it's girls, like, my aunts, it's my two aunts, my two cousins, we all have that relationship. We hear the stories, but we don't hear them as in detail. Like, that's why I say I hate the strong Black woman, because like I retire it because they go through so much and it's not fair. And it's like, I don't want to take that with me. Like, I retired it because it's like she just said, like, she didn't matter. Like, and all she worked to live, like, and that's not fair. So it's like her mental health didn't matter, basically, is what she's saying.
I never heard of mental health.
Exactly. Like that. And it's like, it was foreign to them. Mm-hmm. The day when she came down here and I had a therapy session and she was like, I'm like, you want to come with me to my therapy session? She's like, no, what is that? She was very resistant. Yeah. And she was like, no, I'm not coming with you. Who goes to therapy? Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, she's like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. Everything under the sun. I'm crazy. I'm depressed. I'm mad. I'm sad. I don't know. But you coming with me to this session.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
she
Lord.
came with me to this session and kind of find out. And I don't have kids. So, but for her to have a child, so I can imagine the women that have kids and then they got kids, they got themselves, some have married and relationships and stuff, and you have to hold on to all of this. And you gotta hold
Self comes last.
like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
It really does. Self comes last.
I don't like
Because
it.
you're so busy making sure everybody else is okay.
So how you supposed to change that? You can't change that. Well, I'm here to tell you right now.
Yeah, not at the time.
I won't change that because I don't like it. I don't like that because it's like, I don't think it's fair. I know life is supposedly not fair. It's not, but I don't like that because you're supposed to be able to put yourself first. And that's how you're supposed to, like they say with the airplane, you're supposed to put the mask on yourself first.
That's right.
So you are to be able to help the other people. And we've been backwards all this time.
Yeah.
And I feel like you've been doing that 40 plus years.
Yeah.
Because you never complain. Like, you never ever complain. And it's never nothing wrong. I'm fine, I'm good, I'm da. All this time, it's like you've been faking it, lady.
Fake it till you make it. Isn't that what they say?
No, I don't like that either.
Fake it till you make it.
I don't like that no more. I don't like it.
No, but now it's different.
No.
Since therapy.
I don't like it. I need everybody to get checked out. I need everybody to say something. I need you. I don't care. I feel like if something is wrong, I don't care how small it is. I just feel like you should be able to say something. Because you never know.
Yeah.
You never know who can help. You never know. We all are going through something. So how you know how I can't help you? How you know somebody don't know somebody that can help? How you know, oh yeah, I know somebody, they said try this. They know somebody, they said do this. Who knows?
And then too, sometimes you will wonder when somebody say, how you doing? Oh, I'm okay.
Everybody okay.
Why don't you just say, I'm not doing good today? I don't feel like it today. You know, this happened today. Yeah. But then that's where it comes to where you don't want to burden nobody. I know that therapy session I went with you, that was something else.
Yeah.
That was an eye opener. That's when you really.
How did that make you feel?
Oh, afterwards I felt so. Remember I told you we left out there, felt like
you told me, but we talking to the people.
Oh, hey y'all. I forgot. See, you know what it is? This is how we usually talk. And you could be on the phone talking. Usually, I wish I had a phone because I'd be like, girl, let me, on a speaker, girl, let me tell you. But after that therapy session, my chest was, first I was so tight when I was there. But then after we came out there, I was like, it just like my chest had just, I felt so, I can breathe. Because she never knew. Because I never told her.
And I had attitude because it turned to her session. And they ganged up on me. I'm like, wait a minute, Pepe, we ain't here for me. And you like, Doc, it's for me. And the doc like, well, honestly, your mother should have never did this. And I'm like, first of all, lady, excuse me, she just here to sit in. And it turned into the whole, they turned out looking at me. And I'm like, wait a minute. But no, it was really good. I'm glad she came. Yeah. But I was confused. But I know old school versus new school.
That's what we're talking about.
They're very resistant against therapy, but I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Because you were, and it's like, but why?
We needed it.
It's like, no, I ain't talking to nobody.
That was talk down.
I don't need to talk to nobody. It's like as if you're crazy, but you are though. So it's like, come on.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad you did. You was open. It was like you was resistant, but you was still coming. And it was like, once you came, you was like, oh, wow, okay.
It felt so good.
Oh,
I recommend it.
Say yeah, now she recommended it.
It was good. My head stopped hurting.
See?
It was a lot. It was a lot. Then I was mad at myself because I should have did it a long daggone time ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, it don't hurt to go to therapy.
It sure don't.
And then if you don't like it, it's okay. Right. I mean, that's fine. However, you won't know until you try.
That's true. And what I always say, be so hard on yourself.
That's what you tell me all the time.
Don't be so hard on yourself. And then I'm the opposite.
You tell me what you are to yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Literally.
Yeah.
But some things I didn't know deep like that.
Yeah.
Some stuff I knew, of course, but not as deep. But it's like, oh wow, it made me think. And then now some of the stuff I'm like, dang, I am like my mom. Starting to become my mom. Like, oh man, dang.
And look, I'm becoming Nana.
You are, and I'm
And
like,
I'm looking in the
dang,
mirror
how does
now.
that
I'm
work?
like, Nana, get out my face. Since I'm getting older.
Yeah,
I'm like, Mommy, get out my face. Mind your business.
Yeah, you start seeing things
starting
and
to
you're
see
like,
my mother.
wow. So I don't know, but
That's a good thing, though.
But mental health is serious.
Yeah.
But I do feel like our upbringing is very hard when it comes to mental health, and because we got to be strong. No, we don't. It's okay to go get help. It's okay to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to say I'm not okay because I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm in that phase now where I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't know. I don't know what's next. Don't come asking me, Tasha, what's your 5-year plan? I don't know.
You don't know today's
I'm
plan.
trying to get through tonight because I don't know. Okay? God bless you. I don't know. That's just where I'm at right now with it. And I'm starting to become okay with it. But at first I was scared, but then it's like, it's okay not to know because I'm always in control and I feel like I always have it mapped out. I feel like I always know everything. I don't know right now. And it is scary not to know. Mm-hmm. However, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Things are changing. Life is changing. Life be life. And listen, one day at a time, 1 second at a time. That's all I got. That's all I can say. But you gotta get help. Get help. If you don't feel right, ask for help because something's not right.
Yeah, that suicide rate is just too high.
It's always high.
I know, but more so now. See, we never heard of suicide back then. Not like now.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember a time when I wrote a letter?
Yeah.
I wrote a suicide letter before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure did.
I was gonna walk in the street.
Yeah. I was like, what is wrong with her?
And what'd you do? You cursed me out.
I think I did.
And I'm like, that's another thing too. Like, yeah. I was going to commit suicide. I wrote a letter, but then
How old were you?
I was like, not like 11.
You weren't even a teenager
not
yet.
Not a teen yet.
But I think it was more, but you know what? Was that because of your father's abandonment?
No, I think it was I hung with a bunch of mean girls, phony girls. You hang with girls, and I was very insecure when I was younger. I always thought I was ugly. I always hung with a bunch of pretty girls, and they was always so phony. Like in the drill team, you hang with girls, and they be friends. And then if you hang with some groups, it's like we all hang together, but then they be like cliquish. And then when you hang with a certain group, they talk about the other group, but then we all be together and everybody be smiling and stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, like you be confused. Yeah, like you be so confused, and then I'm insecure. So then it's like, and then everybody always want to hang out with certain groups, and I felt like real insecure. And it was just like, yeah, I ain't want to do this, but confused. And I wasn't even a teen yet, but I did write a letter, and then my mother cursed me out so bad. And so, but I know it was like one of them. You ain't gonna commit suicide. I'm gonna take you out. It's like one of them type of black
mama you in this world.
I'll take you out.
Myself.
But then it's like I don't know. That's good. But then I'm like, but I don't know, because you still need to have that conversation. I feel like we need those conversations because why are you feeling like that? Mm-hmm. What made you feel like you need to?
Because I was mad you was feeling that way.
She was angry.
I was like, why?
What do you mean you don't want to be here? But it's because I was insecure. I didn't love myself. And I was around the wrong group of people. Mm-hmm. That's what it was, around the wrong group of people. And I didn't love myself. That's literally what it was. And then nowadays, when you see that, you could see, you got to learn I feel like you got to give grace. Because you never know what people are going through mentally.
Yeah.
People are going through so much stuff. And you never know what triggers and all that type of stuff is bothering them. Why people are taking themselves out? They can't handle this life. They can't handle it. It's a lot.
That's where it comes in as when you say, hi, how you doing? Tell them how you doing.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. But
sometimes
I'm
it could be just that
and they lying.
Somebody just saying, how are you doing?
Yeah.
It can make a big difference.
Yeah. They be lying. So, and a lot of people be lying, and then you find out, oh, they was such a nice person. They was always sweet. Mm-hmm. They was all, and you be shocked.
What happened?
Yeah, they said they was all right, but they wasn't. So, but that's
they were hiding behind the sadness.
Yeah. So get your mentals checked out.
Them wrinkles again.
Oh, it's okay with you. There's no wrinkles there. But no, your mental health matters.
Yes, it does.
Mental health
Yes,
needs
it
to be
does.
checked, and it's okay if you're not okay, basically.
Yes, it is.
That's
Yeah.
my thing. It's okay. So I think that's all I got.
That's all I got, baby.
Okay, until next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and tell us what you guys are thinking. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.